You remember? None? Do you remember them? Funny, no? So you never see a quadratic in your life. So there are two things that we learned about the quadratic. And there are two things that we should be able to do. Give me to remember. What we could do. You did the whole thing. I remember you doing it before exam. But in class, we learned to factorize a quadratic. We learned to factorize a quadratic and we learned to solve a quadratic. Remember that? I hope you all remember that. All right. To head up quadratics, please. And there is 4 here. Oh, which subject one? We are it is a school, so we have one more for each subject. Yeah. 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 250 for one. Yep, 250 for one subject. Yeah. So like if you want, you can just send me on WhatsApp and I'll send it again. Have a different yeah. Which one? Yes. Right, so quadratics are generally of the form y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. So watch this here. Once you see an equation where the highest power of x is 2, that is a quadratic. Right? So the highest power of x is 2. Right? And I would have showed you all this when we are factorizing and solving and thing, right? So the highest power of x is 2. Once an equation has that, it's a quadratic. Right? And the quadratic generally looks like this here, Nathan. They have two shapes. Take off your headphones, Nathan. Right? It has two general shapes. Right? It's shaped like this, or it's shaped like this. Anybody can remember the name of the shape? A minimum, right? A U is the minimum. And the mountain, as Mackenzie said, is the maximum. Right? Sorry? Oh, highest power of x is 2. If you can't see it, I'll see it in front. Highest power of x is 2. Are you okay with that? Okay, so this is the general shape of a quadratic, and there are things in here that we need to be able to get in order to draw this for ourselves. Yeah. The minimum value here is next. X value. I'm not sure how to get all that out. When a value is minus, so I'm not sure how to get those things out. Okay, so we need to be able to take something like this and get these things. That's okay. So we need to be able to solve a quadratic, get those things. All right, so Right, so what do we need? What do we need in order to sketch these things? Right? Right? We need four main things. Right? To sketch a quadratic, we need four main things, right? To sketch. Right? So to sketch a quadratic, we need number one. Right? Right. The first thing we know before that, we need the shape. Right? So the first thing we need is the shape. So the two shapes are what again? Minimum and the. So the first thing we need is the shape. Right? So the first thing we need is the shape, right? And I'll show you how to get up in a little while. The second thing we need the, well, yeah, we will need that, but before we get up, see how we can get. All right, I'll go with what you're saying. We need something called the y-intercept. Anybody can tell me where the y-intercept is here? Yeah, but where it is? Right here, right? That's your y-intercept, it's still C. Okay? So we need the y-intercept, we need the shape, right? What's the y thing? All right, so we need the y-intercept. What else we need? Turning point. But what is here? What is called this again? You just call them the roots or the x-intercepts. Yeah, Dimitri? So you see here and here, we call these the x-intercepts. Right? Why is called these yesterday? You're not paying attention, I expect to know what's going on. Right? So you just call these 2 points the x-intercepts. Or the roots, yeah. So we need to get the x-intercept of the root. Same thing, right? They both mean the same thing. And number 4, last thing we need to get is the turning point. Right? Watch here. I want to make sure you understand what a turning point is, right? Watch this here. So to get a turning point means where the graph turns, right? So the graph decreasing here, and when it reaches here, you see the graph turning, that's called a turning point. Okay? So this special point here is called your turning point. Can you see the turning point here? Where it is, where is the turning point here? Today. Here? No. Yeah. So your turning point is here. Everybody okay with that? Those are the 4 things we need, and we're going to find them now. Okay? Copy them down. Online, you're okay there? Yeah. Yeah. That's one. Right, online. Some of you all are messaging. I want to make sure you're alive, right? Just message me now. Everybody online. Alyssa, Antonio, Arissa, Maria. Everybody, please. Samira. I want to make sure you're all there and you're following. Right? Alyssa is there. Nice. Narissa is there. Good. Mariam is there. Bandana is there. Good. Samira is there. Nice. Right. Some people not there again. Antonio. Message please. And Arissa. Right? Everybody okay with this? So, how years know that quadratic again, Alex? How years know that quadratic again? Highest power of x is 2, right? Right? The highest power of x must be 2, right? So copy it down and we are going to do an example and see if we can put together our own sketch. All right? We're going to do the easy things first, 1, 2, and 3. But all easy, but yeah, you have some formulas to remember. Ready? Yes, you can roll. I'll keep your phone for you. You're going to sleep early. You're going to sleep early and come to school. Everybody ready? Right. How do we know how to get this shape? Right? Right next to it, I'm going to tell you how to figure it out. Real simple, real simple, right? All we need to do is look at A. Right? Once you figure out what A is, if A is more than 0, that's it. Once you watch the question and you figure out what A is, and A is more than 0, you have a minimum. So that's all we're doing, looking at the A value. And then if A is less than 0, meaning it's negative, then it's a maximum. I'm just thinking here. Right? If you're thinking again, you have free something. You have free something. What would happen? Here is more than 0, here is less than 0. But what would have happened if A is equal to 0? Do shout up, pop your hand. Yeah? Oh, yeah, where would that free thing? In a minute. If A is equal to 0, all right. It will be in the middle of maximum. Yeah. All right. Middle. Anybody else? If A is equal to 0, you're sitting in the middle. Huh? Very good. It will no longer be a quadratic. Right? What you're saying? If A is 0, is that a straight line anymore? No, it's no longer a straight line. I'm man, you gotta give some for that. 2 men tomorrow, right? 2 men, yeah. 3. Right, good job, man. Everybody okay with that? You all okay with that? Nice. Keep it out, come quick. What is the y-intercept? The y-intercept real simple. The y-intercept is 0 and c. So all you have to do is read off c and you're done. Your work done. Okay? Those are the 2 things that we know so far. All right? So we're going to practice. Oh, one more. You all did this already, but I'll do it too because I'm sure I'll remember it. Last thing. How do we get the roots, the x-intercept? Right. You have to take ax squared plus bx plus c, make it equal to 0, and you can factorize it or you can solve it. Right? You could use a write the formula here for you because some of you all may not remember, right? Okay, we're gonna practice to use this formula over again. All right. Copy it down and we're gonna try an example. Copy down and then we'll do one, right? Like that. Kanisha is talking, huh? I know Kanisha, let's start. You ready? That's not it. Take your time, Vishish. Take your time. Take your time, boy, Vishish. Right? Do you only graph people for this line? Just read it out. Actually, the lunch outcome might be here, but somebody has to be here. I feel that's what number one cloud, right? I'm not sure. I'll let you know next week. Ready? So let's take a look at this here. 3x squared minus 2x minus 1. Right? You want to try to sketch this, but I'm only going to show you step 1, 2, and 3 first. Right? You all ready? Go right. Just watch here. I know somebody can do it already, but take a look here. The first thing I like to do is to write down what is A. Write down what is B. Remember, whatever in front of x squared is A. Whatever in front of x is B. So it's minus 2, and the constant is C. Everybody okay with that? Everybody okay with that? Right? A, B, C. Yeah? Next step. Let's find the shape. This value here, more than 0, less than 0. More than 0. A is more than 0, therefore it's a minimum. That's okay? So we know how it's shaped. Correct? We know how it's shaped. Right? Next, y-intercept. The y-intercept is equal to 0, C. C is minus 1. You okay with that? Right. Next, if you wouldn't think that's probably tricky, you want to get the x-intercept, or what we call the root. So what we have to do now is to take 3x squared minus 2x minus 1 and solve it. For now, I'll give you questions that you could actually factorize, right? If you can't remember how to factorize, let's use the formula. X is equal to minus b. B is what? Minus 2 plus and minus the square root of b squared. Call now this formula here for those who are lost. B squared minus 4ac. Do write it. Watch here first, please. I want to make sure you understand, right? Minus 4 by A. A is minus 2. Sorry. A is 3. Sorry, what? A is 3. And the C is minus 1. Right? All I'm doing is plugging in A, B, and C into that formula there. All over 2 by 8. Everybody okay with us? So now all we have to do is work it out. Right? So this will be a minus and a minus. That's a plus. The square root of this is 4 plus 12, which is 16. Minus 2 squared is 4. Minus and a minus are plus. So it's 4 plus 12, which is 16. All over 2 by 3, which is 6. Everybody okay with that? One more step. One more step, right? When you reach here, you have to separate it. So it will be x is equal to 2. Plus and minus means you're doing it twice, right? It means you're doing it plus root 16 over 6. And then 2 minus root 16 over 6. So what they're saying here is that we're doing it twice, right? We're doing 2 plus this and 2 minus this. That's okay? So we're doing it twice. So we should end up most of the time with 2 answers. Not all the time, most of the times. So this is 2 plus 4 over 6. 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 on 6 is 1. 2 minus 4 is minus 2. So you'll get minus 2 on 6. Everybody okay with that? So y-intercept, x-intercepts. All right? So far, our quadratic appears to look like this. Everybody watch here, right? Because here the people tend to get confused a little bit, right? The starting with the x-intercepts, here is minus 1, 2, 6, and 1. So plot those 2 points first. You don't have to be exact, it's a sketch. That's okay? You don't have to be exact. So your average where minus 2/3 will be and where 1 will be. What is the y-intercept? 0 minus 1. So your average where minus 1 will be. So you plot here, you plot here, you plot here. What do you call these 2 points again? X-intercept. What is called here? Y-intercept. And what's the shape? What's the shape? All right, mine didn't come out too close. No, mine done. So I have to go and find. I'm sure that tells you. Are you okay with that? Right? X-intercept, y-intercept. All I have to find for you now is the turning point, and I'll show you that test now. That's okay? The last thing we have to do is to find the turning point. Everybody okay with this? Right? Remember, all you're doing with the formula here, plug in A, B, and C, and just work out here properly. Right? And then split it up. Work it with a plus and then with a minus. Copy it down. Copy it down and let's go again. Huh? Pardon me? Can I explain? Whole thing again? Come on the board now. Stop. Come on the board and you help, huh? Come out, why you need help with? There's somebody in the class there. Right, so as I said, I'm holding back number 4. We probably do that next year. I don't want to rush it, right? I want to make sure you can do 1, 2, 3. Yes, ma'am. So this young lady has some problem. She needs some help somewhere. Come on. So let's start here. You can write on A, B, and C. For sure. You understand how I get the shape? You understand how I get the y-intercept? So y-intercept is always 0, C. Always. So you can do that. 0 and whatever C is. You understand that? So you follow how I get it here.
Yeah.
X-intercept now. You have to solve this. But to solve this, the formula. All you have to do is plug in A, B, and C. That's all.
But then for this, I got 1/3.
Huh?
For this, I got -1/3.
2 into this is 1, 2 into this is. Plot it, sketch it. Right? I would like to come on to class later. We call them just now.
So what?
I tell them whether I come to class half an hour. 15 minutes. 20 minutes.
So that's not true.
We come back late.
Oh, in the bathroom.
And we are talking about
Security guards.
yeah, yes, Dimitri. Right up. Everybody ready? So I'm gonna give you one to do, and then doing the same 3 steps. Ignore step 4, right? And not doing step 4 as yet, right? I want to make sure you master step 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, but yeah, quick regression, correlation is a formula. You can look at it one time. Formula correlation, but I told you did it. Right, all I want you to do from now, try and sketch this, please. Right, just the first 3 steps. That's it, right? Just the first three steps alone. Step 1, 2, and 3.
Come on, go. Somebody go.
Huh? Yeah, 5x squared minus 3x minus. You do a number 1. You do that question there and find step 1, 2, and 3. Oh yeah, take it 3 minutes. Oh yeah, take your time. Same steps I have, you following the same steps. Finish it. Well done. Almost. Hurry up, hurry up. Right, so tell me the shape, max and min. Find the y-intercept. Then do your thing here, solve it. I just rubbing this off for you, just putting the values, right? Hurry up, right? No, try it. Same thing. All you're doing. Right, me what?
Yeah.
What is minus 3 squared earlier? Minus 3 squared is positive 9. Okay? All right, all okay with that? A is 5. You know? Right? A is 5, B is minus 3, C is minus 2. Right? A is more than 0. So what does that mean? Minimum. Right? The y-intercept online. What you all got for this? Let's pick somebody online. Who's to pick? Alyssa. What you got here? 0 what? Just tell me the value for here. Very good. Minus 2. Nice. I've seen a small mistake with some people, right? The formula is what? The formula is minus p plus and minus the square root of p squared minus 4ac and 2a, right? So put it in exactly like the formula have it in. So here, so it's minus b is minus 3 plus and minus the square root of the whole thing, b squared, so that's minus 3 squared, minus 4 by a is 5, c is minus 2. Everybody okay with that? Watch this here. Everybody watch here because in the back I saw this mistake a lot. A minus and a minus is what? Right, so watch this here. Go right.
Yeah.
Watch this here. Minus 3 squared is positive 9. Okay? And watch this here. Minus 4 by 5 is minus 20. Minus 20 by minus 2 is plus 40.
Still, how it add up? And the 4 then just.
No, I multiply. Minus 4 by 5 is minus 20. Minus 20 by minus 2 is positive 40.
How it
How it turns out? Because it's minus 4. The value in front of 4 is minus.
You say you don't understand.
No, I don't understand.
Instead of minus 4 straight to minus 2. Oh yeah.
Okay, so you're
We're
ignoring
not
mine.
using the minus 20 instead of let's see no minus 2.
Because I multiply this by this. When I get a value, this by this.
Even if it's minus 4 by minus.
What it says?
8 and 8.
Yeah, minus 5. 5 by minus 2 is minus 10. Minus 10 by minus 4 is 40. Okay. And by 2a, A is 5. Right? So when you reach here, right, Olia, so the mistakes I saw was inside the bracket, right? Inside the square root. Take your time and work out b squared first and 4ac. Okay? Remember it's minus 4ac, yeah? So it's minus 4 by 5, minus 4 by, well, minus 4 by 5 is minus 20 by minus 2. When you reach here now, you're going to get 3 plus the square root of 49 over 10, sorry. Right? And here you will get 3 minus the square root of 49 on 10. All right?
Yes, sir.
3 plus root 49 is 7. 3 plus 7 is 10. 10 on 10 is 1. Okay? Here, 3 minus 7 is minus 4. So you'll get minus 4 on 10. Okay? Those are 2 answers. I need you all to go back and practice back this. Some of you are getting this wrong, right? Spend a lot of time practicing these. Take your time and work out inside here first, right, Nathan? Got it? So the final part, you have to do your sketch. Here is minus 4 and 10. Here is 1. And your y-intercept is minus 2. Anybody got a sketch online? Are you okay with this? Right? So please go over this for next day, right? I'm gonna give you like just 2 of these to do for me, right? I'll send in the group. Right? You have 2 of those to do for me. You okay with that? So you're following the formula, plugging in your values and working it out. I see wherever you have to see. Look all the rules here. Right? Next day we will look at turning point and completing the square. All right, we'll look at this next day. Any questions online? Any questions? Online, any questions? You are okay online? Samira? You got through this, Samira? All right.